What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Financial Firefly. My name is Fernando, and holy shit, we just made history. The Dow just dropped 10%, the fastest 10% drop since its inception, ever. 10%, over 1,100 points. That is the largest point drop since its inception. I could not have timed this any better. I had a little bit of inkling. I didn't think it would be like this, but now I'm starting to think it's going to get a lot worse, and I'm going to tell you why. We have such interconnectedness in the global economy right now that the coronavirus is wreaking havoc across the globe. The supply chains with all the big tech companies, the media is actually lagging behind all the coverage on this. This outbreak is really bad, and it's actually coinciding with a lot of economic motion and movement in the last couple months with big tech specifically, and a lot of uncertainty in the real estate markets and the bonds and equity markets with this whole trade war happening. There's so much happening right now. It's really insane. I'm seeing all this happen in real time, and I'm telling you about it. This isn't looking good. I don't know much about money, right? We'll get into my portfolios here, but putting together some pieces, this might be really bad. So let me tell you why. Donald Trump, when he got elected into office, he essentially reduced taxes for all the companies and let all the profits rise to the top, increasing the wealth gap in America, which is already really bad, right? So that kind of just a little swept more of the rug out from under the middle class. And as you may know, tariffs are just another word for taxes. Taxes on foreign goods. So when you put a tax on a foreign good into an imported product that a domestic partner is paying for, i.e. consumer, you're actually taxing the consumer if the price and the value of the good has to be raised to account for the tax and the tariff, right? It's an increased cost to the consumer and an increased expense for businesses. In this economy and in this market, we've already been priced to perfection. The growth rate of some of these stocks in this bull market has been fantastic for gains, which is fantastic, which I took some, but that obviously couldn't go on forever. With the coronavirus now impacting with this trade war and the lack of preparedness that actually the Trump administration defunded the pandemic response team of the White House, and now he's putting Mike Pence in charge. This is like really bad. Then the health minister of Iran caught on press conference, coughing with the coronavirus, wiping his head, announcing everything's fine when it's not fine. What the fuck? How is that fine? The coronavirus is going to sweep. There are reports of Indonesia and Vietnam playing down the fears of this and saying, you know, there's no need to worry. You're downplaying the fears of a deadly virus. So let's just real quick. It is over 100 to 200 times more deadly than the flu as a percentage rate death. It is 2 to 3%. The flu is only 0.1%. It is really not that much, but it kills 30,000 people a year, the flu, because it infects so many people. The coronavirus, on the other hand, is 100 to 200 times more deadly. It's a new virus. Not that many people have gotten it, but it's more deadly and it spreads almost just as fast as the flu. And now it's popping up everywhere all over the globe, disrupting these global supply chains. And it's this amazing thing because it's coinciding with the rise in the stock market with tech stocks and this massive influx of cash to the top layer of the economy and the wealth gap from the Trump tax cuts and everything, and then all the things he's been doing to dismantle the government. You know, I'm not saying everything he's done is bad, but everything that is coinciding right now and all the layers factoring on top is kind of just like, holy shit, where is this all headed? Like, there has to be something, some catalyst, and this is actually probably it. I called this last week, or early this week, when I heard the news about the coronavirus spreading and some of these heads of states not taking it seriously and the numbers that were coming out and how it was populating and the lag time behind this two-week incubation period where it may be spreading and, you know, contaminating other people, but you don't know because it's being contained, and there's a lag time for the symptoms, then there's a lag time for the media, then there's a lag time for action, then there's a lag time for response. This is really bad. This is really bad. But there's so much opportunity here, guys. That's the crazy thing, is I really hope a lot of people don't die. Of course, that's terrible. But the impact and the sentiment in the market has completely shifted in the last week, and for good reasons, of all these layers building up on top of each other. And on top of that, pumping the Fed, pumping money into the economy, reducing its rate, increasing inflation, putting down the 10-year yield bond, inverting the yield curve. That's like all this coinciding. I mean, I think everyone is kind of just putting up a front. And I really actually think if any time there's going to be a recession or something, it would be now, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be now? We haven't had a correction in 10 years. We have a virus. We have this inequity in wealth in the economy. We have tremendous debt, public and private. Corporate is doing very, very well. The corporate supply chains are getting disrupted and they're the only thing holding this up. Oh, guys, that's really bad. Think about it. If we have tremendous private debt, we have tremendous public debt, the sentiment from the top is taking all their gains out of the market. The cash flow is being disrupted around the globe. So unless you have money in the bank, you're not going to be able to pay your employees. So you either go out of business, which means people who are in debt, that's really bad. So let's hope this really doesn't happen. This is the potential. Oh my God. But there's so much opportunity to make money here. And I don't want to say that greedily, but as a new investor, I am 26 years old. I've been in the market 2 years. I am actually starting to trade more. I actually made some good trades today. I got a little, distracted there. Welcome to this week, what's been happening and where we are in the economy and the globe and the news cycle, right? It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So things are happening and we have these massive shifts of wealth that I hope to take advantage of through investments in YouTube and social media and all these opportunities, right? And I am so thankful for your views. I got 4 views on my last video. That's incredible. I am so thankful for your views. Wow, just so much is going on. So we'll get into my portfolios. Robinhood, I am down 5%. I made 2 fantastic trades on Robinhood. I timed $1,600 on Virgin Galactic. I bought it at $23 and I sold it at $38. I bought 105 shares at 23, sold 105, averaging at 138. I made $1,600 gross. So that was a great trade, my second best trade of all time. I took my Amazon profits before this coronavirus downturn and a second wave outbreak. Hopefully the third wave isn't worse, but these isolated incidents with Italy and Brazil, but the response of the government, mostly the administration with the CDC is limited with their funding cut. It's very fine line we're walking, let's say. So I made that Amazon trade. I sold, that was the majority of my portfolio. I had $10,000 of equity in Amazon. I bought it at $19.23. I sold it at $2,100. I profited around $400 from it, 5 shares. And now it's down below $18.90 already. It's dropped 100 cents. So essentially saved a 25% profit or a quarter of a share for free if I buy in now. But I don't think this is bottoming out. On top of which, the Virgin Galactic skyrocket to the moon stock, I timed that perfectly too. That's returning to Earth. So now I'm pocketing that difference there. And my timing is impeccable these days. So now my portfolio in Robinhood is a couple grand richer. But M1 has essentially never been worse. I've never seen a downturn like I have in the last couple months, of course, of investing, because I've only been investing for a little bit since December here, but I'm leading the market in losses and capital losses. And that just kind of goes to show my diversification, it, I guess, follows in a more risky pattern, which is not good. I do have a growth mindset. I'm actively trading, and that is my strategy. It's just amazing. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. Welcome to our journey through personal finance, money, growth, economy, tech, and everything. I am so grateful for your views. I cannot believe I got some views on my first video already. That's pretty incredible. My name is Fernando. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It made you think, it made you excited, made you scared and terrified. Let me know how you feel down below with all that's happening in the economy, with the coronavirus, Trump, and all that. Give me some feedback. If you want to see more content like this, let's get into it. There's so much opportunity out there. Bring it. Let's bring it. Catch you later, Fireflies.